know. Is it a vlog or a vlog? Who can tell? Not me, because I'm working on changing sets and ironing that background shit out. This video. I have been a professional corporate cog for about 20 years. Roughly 15 of those have been in corporate creative. You can't see it right now, but if you were to hitch a ride beyond the stratosphere, you might just be able to glimpse my emotional calluses. Because they are so big, they're visible from space. That's the joke. My name is Krumbine, and I make videos about the intersection of creative expression, creative process, and mental health. If that sounds interesting, or if you just need a little emotional support on your own creative journey, corporate or otherwise, be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot. Okay, so for about 10 long years of a career in corporate creative, much like everyone else, I was sent home at the onset of the pandemic. A few months later, I was furloughed and then laid off. The whole process eventually led me to my first fully remote job, the best job with the best manager I have ever had, and yes, it absolutely saved my creative career. Here is a handful, just a handful of corporate trends I've experienced throughout my career. See if you can relate to any of them. You don't necessarily need to be in corporate creative, but if you are, and if you have a similar, we'll call it special brain chemistry like mine, my guess is that these things tend to sting just a little harder. You're constantly aware of rules and procedures that either don't make logical sense or that people don't uniformly adhere to. After all, what is the point of a standard operating procedure if it isn't standardized? I don't know why I'm doing this. Group and/or team activities that don't have anything to do with actual job assignments. But when people don't participate, they're accused of not being team players, and there's usually some kind of corrective performance review that follows. Also, these activities tend to be in environments that are loud or chaotic or have absolutely nothing to do with anything you're interested in, and logic, again, flies right out the window. Alright, look, it is the nature of the corporate beast, and some places are worse than others. But people can get lost in the spinning cogs of corporate machinery, and you have to sit back and wonder if anyone knows that one particular colleague is getting paid to do nothing? Also, again, some places are worse than others, but failing upwards is a very real thing. When you are confronted with this absurdity, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, well, I mentioned something about the absence of logic breaking the brain, right? Expertise is just a fancy word in the dictionary, right next to experience, both of which are routinely ignored. Except for when the CFO's brothers, cousins, nephews, BFF suggests the exact same thing you've been screaming about for the last 6 months, but now it becomes corporate policy. 90% of what you create never sees the light of day. And, number 6 here, what does see the light of day is edited to death under a mountain of notes from people who have exceedingly questionable note-giving expertise. Again, some places are worse than others. A grain of salt, right? Okay, let's just be real for a second here. Stupid people say stupid things, and no matter how hard you try, you simply cannot fathom how that level of stupidity manages to survive until you realize that stupidity may very well be the status quo and you are the outlier. It happens. And finally, going into and surviving the office every day can be a full mind, body, soul masking performance that leaves nothing but an empty husk to stumble home, nibble on some food, and attempt to recharge, but never truly getting back to 100%, because the truth is that this whole experience is slowly degrading your emotional batteries just a little more every single day, all to wake up and repeat the exact same performance, cope with all the same triggers, and ride all the same emotional waves the following day. Put simply, the thing all these trends have in common is their swift ability to overwhelm our totally, perfectly reasonable expectations for how people operate in corporate environments. These things can take a toll on anybody, but yes, if you are in the creative space, you have my deepest empathies. When I finally went remote, I suddenly had this huge emotional buffer that kept the most toxic corporate traits at bay. My personal environment was cultivated and balanced, and the work buffer acted as a kind of filter, forcing my obsessive, hyper-fixated brain to slow down and not say something or not look a specific way that might have otherwise gotten me into trouble. I speak from experience. I love email. Yes, I am that guy, because instead of wearing that corporate mask 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and all the sheer exhaustion that goes with it, all I have to do is write a single message in the voice of that mask. Rah, rah, rah! Go team! The buffer puts distance between the corporate creative cog and the real me. The me that is perhaps too sensitive, too emotional, too caring, too qualified, because those aren't bad qualities to have, and there isn't anything inherently wrong with this brain chemistry, but this brain in a corporate environment, let me put it this way. Everything is fine until it isn't. When I worked in an office, I was constantly aware of the daily struggle. Today, though, I spend more time forgetting I have triggers and emotional landmines that when something does filter through, well, I mean, it gets the jump on me. And sometimes I get a painful reminder that, no, despite appearances, my brain works different. But thankfully, the buffer is still there. So I keep myself to myself, recalibrate, and move on. Colleagues, none the wiser. Remote work saved my creative career. And a major factor to that equation is a work-life creative balance. But that is for another video. Thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. Stay creative. Doobie-doobie-doo. You want to come on? All right. Come on. Come on. Come on, your boy. Oh, your boy. All right. Ho, 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 ho. And what the hell was it? That was it? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I feel like that's cockeyed. Oh no!